Welcome to Free Your Mind Reviews. This is Chris Johnson with a review of Judy. Now, Judy is a biopic about the great Judy Garland, who uh, my mom's been a fan of all her life, and hence I've been a fan of too. Watching The Star Is Born and Wizard of Oz, and this is a story mostly about uh, events that happened near the end of her life with her London tour, and they show that and they intercut with some moments of her younger, uh, basically before certain projects that she did, including Wizard of Oz. Um, when people mention the bland cliche, biopic, it took me a while to get it because when they used that description for Milk, I didn't understand it because I thought Milk was brilliant. When they used that description for Walk the Line, didn't really register with me because of how great Joaquin Phoenix played Johnny Cash and how great Mangold told the story for that movie, in my opinion. But when I watch this movie, I see what they're saying. This is by no stretch a bad movie. Let me just get it. Let me just get that out the way right now. And Renee Zellweger does a very good job playing Judy. Uh, the problem, I think that the problem I mostly had with it is that it just felt a little bit messy. It felt like it needed to, even though they did pick a specific moment in her life, it felt like the need to try to cram in as much as it could in only a 2 hour frame. Especially when they were to intercut Judy on her tour in London with scenes of younger Judy being told that she couldn't do certain things in Hollywood. Couldn't eat this one thing. Here, I can't. Here, she can't sleep. Here we go. Take this pill. Messing up photo shoots, stuff like that. And I know they felt like in what showing that that stuff from her younger years would express and explore and explain how she is the way she is in her older years. But unfortunately, because this is only a 2 hour movie, I really feel like they didn't get deep enough into Judy Garland's psyche and Judy Garland's feelings and and her emotional state in the present day or the future scenes, I should say. This is one of those movies that really felt like there's been a couple of movies this year I think that felt like they would have been better as streaming shows. They would have been better on Netflix. They would have been better on Amazon. It would have been better as HBO television series because then that way they could have 8 to 10 to 13 hours to really tell the story that these characters deserve instead of feeling kind of hollow and kind of making me feel shortchanged because it feels like there's more to the story here, but you're not showing it to me. That's the biggest problem I had with Judy. Directing's fine. It is almost like the directing's kind of like it was stuck in the middle of wanting to feel old fashioned and wanting to feel new, and that there were moments where I was like, pick one, will you? Pick one. Um, Renee's good. Renee Zellweger's good. She's good as Judy. Thank God. Because I've liked Renee since Jerry Maguire, and I love Judy Garland. So I was a little worried about that when I saw the trailer, but she was fine. She did good. Um, but I gotta tell you though, there's a moment that happens near the end of this movie that is so stupid. I sat there in disbelief, like this isn't happening, right? If I liked spoiling movies, I would probably spoil that scene with no mercy. But I hate doing that. I don't like that. And who knows? You can spoil something for somebody, and then that person Actually, it actually sounds intriguing to that person. That person ends up liking that moment, and then you're an asshole. So that's why I don't like doing that type of stuff. Uh, but yeah, there's a moment that happens here later that I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I know it didn't happen in real life. So why would you put this corny monstrosity in this movie? Because the movie was kind of fine before that, but then you left a sour taste in my mouth with this corny garbage. You know, it's a competent film, but you know it is. I have to admit, it is one of those movies that is like it's almost like it's begging you, please love me, give me Oscars, please give me Oscars now. Yeah, how about this? No. So if anybody else tries to do a story based on the great Judy Garland, do it on one of those streaming services. Because then, if you want to cut back to her as as a younger actress in Hollywood, instead of having one scene here, then we're done, another scene here, then we're done. What you can do is do like Daredevil used to did when they wanted to explore Kingpin in particular. How about an entire episode? Or The Haunting of Hill House. They wanted to explore the family, specifically the family, at each other's throats. Here's an entire episode about that. And you really examine this aspect. An hour to examine that. So I feel like someone should give Judy's story another chance, but in the form of a series, a limited series. Because as a movie, it just felt like a little mashup of moments of greatest hits that don't have a flow, or definitely not enough of a flow in it. I mean, Judy Garland's husband character, her late young husband, I think her last husband, I'm not sure. That just didn't work. Because you see them be introduced to each other, and then you don't see him again until 40 minutes later, or 45 minutes later, and he's like, darling! And it's like, whoa, did we skip the dating phase? And then you'll have moments where she'll be fine with a character, and then they'll get into something once, and you never see that person again. No closure. So yeah, that's the type of stuff that makes me feel like this would have been better as a series. So I can't really say I recommend it, but if if you love Judy Garland, then and you love you if you're a fan of Renee Zellweger, go for it. I would say give it a shot. You may not have those problems that I have. Like I don't think moms will, because I analyze things a little bit more. And for films, But yeah, that's how I feel about Judy. It's a mixed bag. Could have been better.